All right, we are coming off of our break here in the next 2 minutes. Quick recap. We had incredibly lucky players that continued to roll nothing but criticals, killed 3 direwolves. Um,
No, we killed
the
2 and 1 was wounded.
It died of its wounds.
Oh.
It was very sad. But it was surrounded by loved ones when it died, which is nice.
I did not love it.
All right, we are now about to begin the trek into the Dying Lands, which is a place of
Question, Nick. Do I, since
ash
I
and
had
ruin.
not had my 4 hours, do I get my superiority die back?
So your 4 hours of meditation.
We're after
Go
that.
ahead, go ahead and put that in the chat for a second.
The superiority die?
No, the Rachel feature that you have where you only need. I just want to make
Oh,
sure that I
sure.
am.
Sure. It is.
While we're waiting on Chris to come back.
He said he might not be.
Oh no!
I know. Luckily, we've got the barbarian still.
Where is that?
Fucky.
Second wind. I know I've read this, but I don't see it in. It's part of being a high elf. I just don't see it.
It's in you right now.
Where is that?
Elves don't need sleep. Instead, they meditate deeply, remaining semi-conscious for 4 hours a day. The common bird for such as a trance. While meditating, you can dream after a fashion. After resting this way, you gain the same benefits as a human does from 8 hours of sleep. Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, yes, so you recover everything that you would for a long rest.
Cool. So I get that superiority die back.
Absolutely.
Cassie. Cool. Glass wine.
All right, so since we don't have Chris, we will continue into the Dying Lands.
Oh, he's not coming back on?
He probably is not.
He's not.
All right.
He's trying.
So at the edge of those woods, the area that you stopped there at the mouth of the small pond, you were able to possibly catch some breakfast. Go ahead and do a survival check to see whether you have a delicious breakfast or whether you have some of the iron rations used on long sea voyages that were given to you by people. So Billy, you totally redeem yourself, and Cassie, you've been watching as Vask is fishing, and you're good at picking up on different cultures and different things in your travels, and both of you catch 2 fish that you're able to cook up for breakfast.
And then I had some elfin bread.
Enough. All we have is elfin bread. All right. Lapis. No.
Yeah.
Lapis is the stone in Afghanistan. Lambus.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And so with full bellies, you start to trek beyond the point that any person has moved beyond in the 3,000 years since the Great Calamity. There is a scent in the air that is like that you recognize, Lar, as a smell of sulfur in your knowledge of alchemy, and it is stinging the nostrils, and all of you are starting to get a headache from the inhalation of these fumes.
From
And
my
as you are-
alchemy knowledge on doing this, would I know to tell everyone to wet a cloth and put it over our mouths?
Yes, and that is helping with the smell. But looking up, you see moving toward you what looks in the plains like a dust storm, but this dust storm is black. And there is no way that you are going to be able to avoid it. But you may be able to survive it. Go ahead and do a constitution check.
I have a 5 constitution.
6 constitution.
I'll
She
save
All
has
right.
you. I'll save you.
So anybody that rolled below a 15 is going to take full damage. Anybody that rolled, oh son of a bitch! Anybody that rolled above or below is going to take full damage. So both Vera and Lar take 1 point of damage, and Billy, you take 2.
Have we
Oh,
survived?
no. One of my temp points went away.
Now,
We see this big storm. And it's like,
oh, your temporary hit points would have faded at this
It's
time.
been 24 hours.
It
You said
has.
20.
Yeah.
Oh.
We've been walking for a minute.
You have been walking for a minute, and then you
I
have
ran for 30 minutes outside of the tavern.
you departed from the tavern in the early morning light, making preparations, gathering supplies, assisting with the orders being given to various factions.
You had said earlier that it hadn't been 24 hours. That's only.
It hadn't been 24 hours during the wolf attack.
Sounds
Correct.
good. Okay, we're
All
good.
right. So, realizing though that a commoner has 4 hit points, and not knowing how often these come through, it could have been 12 points of damage. But because of the smart thinking of having a wetted cloth over your mouth, that helped a lot. And you realize though that
Hey, thank you.
that depending on how often these storms come through, that it is very possible that this would not be the place to make a summer home or a winter retreat from the oppressive heat of the southern lands. That this place will kill you, even with your bolstered heroic powers that you have. This place is still a danger to you. All right. And at this time, go ahead and do perception checks.
Nice.
Take advantage of.
Oh, I do need to.
I mean, but you still have 20.
Yeah.
All right. Jenkins, you see for a moment, and then it disappears, a creature that looks like a very large serpent with a beak on it, like a squid that takes out a ashen covered rabbit before disappearing back into the undergrowth of a very hardy shrub that is the only thing that seems to be growing in this area. Cassie, you notice this, or Vera, you notice the same thing, but what you find more interesting is the glimmer of what you know in your travels to be a very pleasing object, which is and color, which is the color of gleaming gold. just over the next hill, and based on what you saw, there seems to be what you think is a carriage that is covered in gold, but it is still a ways away from you. Do you guys want to? You'd have to venture a little bit off of the current trajectory that Emmerich has you on, but you would be able to investigate this larger object that gleams
I love gold.
with the color of
I want
gold.
to go to the.
I would say since nobody's been up here, we should go out and check that out. We might
It's
find
not that
something of
far
interest.
out.
It's not. Let's.
Yep.
And it's also in, so the Glick eating a rabbit was inclined to the right. This would be an incline to the left, so you'd be moving away from the dangerous fauna of the dying lands.
We need to get out of this area, anyways.
Yeah.
This is not.
It-
It
it-
can last too long.
like a mirage, but without any of the fun color. You no longer can spot this as you get closer to the area that you had seen it. There's not the carriage that you thought would be there. However, there is an old man.
Who are you?
Hold on.
Are we in talking distance, I guess?
Yeah, so we.
You could shout to him.
What?
Hold on. Hello, sir.
What language are you speaking?
I don't. What?
You could speak the halfling language, which is the most comfortable for you, or you could speak in Elven, you could speak in Dwarfish, you could speak.
Do I recognize what this old man?
So the old man looks like a masculine version of the witch in Snow White, like just in a darkened cloak and standing there with a. You're concerned about whether you're seeing a stump that looks like someone in a cloak, or whether and holding a staff, or if it is actually a person. But when you call out, the head under the robe does move.
Oh, it's a stone.
And because he's not speaking, I wave at him and go, hello. See if he responds back.
Do you want me to walk to you, or are you going to walk to me?
We'll walk to you.
We're coming. We're coming.
Fuck you, come to me.
Well, can we meet in the middle? Let's close the distance between each other.
Happy travels, travelers.
Happy
Who
travels.
are you?
Just an old man out for a walk.
Out for
And
a
he
walk in
pulls
the
back-
dying lands, huh?
And he pulls back his hood, and you see the most plain-looking older man, number 5, that you have ever seen.
So in
Um,
Game of Thrones, he's a really good sword fighter.
Yeah.
Can I ask him what he's doing out here?
I have been waiting for you to come along.
Me?
I am Ash Gilden, and with a flourish, he extends his arm, and I am the proud proprietor of. Oh, what is it? Hold on. Um, ah, the Emporium of Ancient Wonders, and points off to the side. And at this time, go ahead and do a insight check.
Can I do a silver tone? I just want to see the perception check.
Oh, almost.
All
Correct.
there. It's the worst roll I've had all night.
So, Laura, with your 19,
Hmm.
you are skeptical, but the way that it's so convincing, it is like he is going to pull back a like if you turn around and look behind you, that there is going to be this emporium of ancient wonders right behind you. And you glance back, and you are the first one to turn back, and he is standing in front of a ramshackle kind of cart that is seen on the streets in the Eastern Isles that you're from very often, but just a traveling or a market fair type of a cart that has over the top of it Emporium of Ancient Wonders over the top of it.
Hmm.
What?
And the others are still looking for what the heck he's pointing at, and then slowly turn around and realize that there wasn't anything there, and then now see that he is standing in front of a cart and is moving to go inside of the back doorway that leads him up into the cart, and is now standing there like a food vendor.
You haven't by chance talked to a ball of light in a temple race recently, have you?
Are you asking me what I know?
What you-
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you are very smart for where you come from. I know this, Vaskander.
See? But
Wait. How do you know who he?
Vera, I not only know you,
Oh,
but your mandolin is exquisite and a very old friend of mine. Silas, how have you been? And for the first time, both you, Vaskander, and Lan, hear a voice from Vera's mandolin that says, Ash? How is that? And it goes silent.
how is it that you know he? How do you know each other?
Ah, it's very disarming, isn't it? A weird stranger in the middle of dying lands suddenly knowing your name, but that is not what's most important. What's most important is that you are.
That's all our talks.
Shh.
I'm sorry, what?
No, don't worry about it. Just keep going, please. Ignore him. He speaks out of turn.
Now that is a very interesting piece. Would you come closer, young man? May I look upon the object that you are carrying?
When I pull the seal charm out of my pocket,
Not that one.
Emmerich has the totem.
The axe. Where did you get it?
from a friend of mine.
Oh. It is always interesting to see what amazing prizes can be found in the most common of places. Not only did they take the totem, but they also took that. May I see it? And he holds out his hand.
Who's they?
Mm-mm. No.
No?
Let him see it.
Let him see. Let him see it.
See it with his eyes, not with his hands.
What do you want with it?
Hold on. Can I try to wake Silas up?
Can you what?
Play a little tune to wake Silas up so I can have a conversation about this Ash that apparently he and him are acquainted with. Like, you guys are acquainted with each other to know if we can trust him.
Yeah. Are you going to play loudly like you usually have in order to be able to wake him up, or are you going to try to do it discreetly?
I mean, at this point, everybody knows that I can play as loud as I want. At this point, I think I need to play loud. This is important.
Can I roll to see what my feelings are on Ash and if I've
Yes.
got any bad vibe? What do you
Yep.
want
Go
me
ahead and
to
do it. Go ahead and do it. That would be an insight check. Go ahead and do that.
Didn't do
All
right.
very well there.
Watch your ass. I want to know. Silas, I think I trust him a little.
I don't trust talking guitars.
Okay. Well, he has given us enough information at this point to have saved mine and your life. So
Why
we're
did you
going
quit
to.
talking?
What do I get out of that, Russ?
It is
My gut
not
feeling.
something I can control. We're figuring each other out.
They're chit chatting while I am figuring this out.
There definitely is. You definitely know that there is more to this man than just being an old man. Obviously, that's without question. But his nature is not one that alarms you. His mannerism is one of being very friendly and very very good, in the sense that he doesn't scare you, but you would not. He's not the kind of person that you would want to act aggressively toward a child or a mistreat a woman in front of him.
Okay.
He carries himself with an air that although he is very kind, that
he can hold his own,
and that he would.
So I look at Vask. I look at Vask and I say, I don't think he means us any harms, Vask.
But what do you want to do with it?
I haven't seen it in a very, very, very long time. And with your insight check, Billy, you can see that there is actually tears forming in his eyes as he's looking upon it. And it definitely means a great deal to him to be able to see it once again.
Well, I size him up and he's not that big. Well, give it back.
So he is able to grab it?
Yeah.
Without, takes it from you and is lovingly placing his hands upon it in more respect than love. But it does remind you of the way that a widow would treat her fallen warrior husband's armor, and like that it is a memento of someone fallen that he is appreciating. So that's a little bit more than you probably should get from the mediocre insight scores, but I'm going to let you have it because it is very pronounced. Vask, what is this?
It's an axe, and I can set it on fire.
Yes, it is. And what will you do with it?
I will set it on fire and kill the enemies of my homeland.
Just your homeland.
Well, out here,
Ah, that is true, yes. We are in your homeland. But who are your enemies, Vask?
It's been a crazy few days.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. There is
Bugs,
hope. What?
big bugs.
Oh, yes. Yes, that is one.
Well, there are
But
a lot
how do you determine friend from foe?
typically when they try and kill me.
That is good. This axe is more than just an axe, and he extends it out. And do you try to take it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and do a contested. If he continues to hold on to it while you grab it to take it from him, would you let him continue to hold on to it and let him finish, or would you try to take it?
So he held it
it's
out
kind of
to me, and he like holds
He held
on
it out. He held it out to you, and then you went to grab it, and he didn't like let go the way that a normal person does. You know,
Strength
like
check.
when they're. What's that?
Strength check all day.
All right, I figured.
Keeping that medium.
And we can just go to awesome 12s. Keep going. Woo!
Right.
3 in a row.
I've got 3 12s in a row. I'm gonna just to break the. Yeah, okay, good.
All right, so it's like it's cemented in stone in front of you, and you feel like your weight should be able to be enough to be able to pull back on it, but he doesn't flinch or move. Vask, are you paying attention?
Yes.
This is more than just an axe. And I hope very much, for the sake of this world, that you will use it with honor. And he lets go.
Thank you.
So, where are we headed to?
We're hunting for these bug creatures that were supposedly headed in this direction.
Yeah, you coming with us?
He is very strong.
Well, I already checked on your other friend, which is disappointing. I realize that
One or
I was actually hoping to be able to talk with him. He is quite a funny creature. But Shinan has already sent him on another mission. The thing is, he's the one that had your pack. Let me see. Hold on. And he starts rummaging under his. There must be. I have gifts. I have toys. I have trinkets. And I have tools. Let me see what I have for you. And he pulls up a fairly unremarkable satchel. And it's now of you four, who is the strongest that can carry this pack?
oh, that'd be me right here.
Indeed, strong of heart. Here you are, Vera.
Yeah.
And hands you over the
the.
the somewhat unremarkable satchel, and it's maybe 15 pounds. And of you, and he goes back underneath, who is the most curious of the four of you? Who likes to know things and find things?
I would say I
Again,
Indeed, young elf, indeed. And he pulls out
Mom gives me anything.
a book and kind of flips through it. And he's like, this This is more valuable than all the gold that you have seen in the Eastern Isles. And yet, most don't even know what they're looking at. So, here's an interesting little tidbit. The folding boat. It is a small box, approximately, well, you'll get the rest. And he hands you over a book, and as you flip through it, it looks remarkably similar to the section of the Dungeon Master's Guide, including drawn photos of different magical items. This may help you in the constant quest that you have for items that are old and powerful, and might save you the embarrassment of accidentally activating a folding boat while already on a boat and almost killing everyone. That was quite humorous.
See, he's heard of you.
How do you know all of these things?
I don't know everything. I only know what I see.
How do you see?
Well, with my eyes.
So you
How
have
do you see?
balance?
I'm
I
sorry.
think he was going to ask who's the tallest and give something to them.
Let's see. What do I have? I know. I haven't actually had a chance to add it to the book yet. And he reaches underneath and and it's my favorite color. And he holds out to you a simple band of gold that glimmers, and puts it and extends it out to you. It's just a gold ring.
Who's he extending it out to?
The tallest.
Back off, you got a book.
Didn't you already get a satchel?
You got a satchel.
I didn't.
Yes.
Barry,
Fucking
Barry,
satchel.
you look down at your set. You look down at your satchel, and the satchel is not as plain as it was. It is actually, you notice, and you're not sure if it was before, but you're nearly certain it was fairly plain looking, but it is now beautifully embroidered and has studs on it and looks a lot more fashionable on you. What do you do with the ring, Billy?
So I got the satchel?
No, Vera got the satchel.
What I thought.
You said it was 15 pounds.
Yeah.
It weighs 35. Am I that strong?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you can carry 15 pounds. You could probably hand it off if you would like to. Yes.
No, if it looks this pretty, then I'll look.
The ring? Does it look like it'll fit my finger?
Oh, the ring will fit.
And he disappears.
All the world is, and now you're no. It's just a ring. But you do feel that you do feel the same type of glowing kind of energy that you felt when you held the axe, but it's like it starts and stops. And he's
The tuna.
Perhaps you'll find out what the ring does later, but the magic of the axe is probably all that you can handle right now. There's more information in the book about items, but it's been so long since there's been heroes that I have quite forgotten. The items that you get, they require a bond. And right now, you are only strong enough to carry one bond. But perhaps later you'd be able to carry 2 or 3. maybe if you survive, which I am hoping for, is maybe even 4. That would be something. I have not seen someone carry items of such grandeur in more than 3 in a very long time. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
But here is the problem. Now, I believe that you have a stone on you.
We do?
All right. Would hope so.
No, I said we do. I stated we do.
Oh, good. I apologize. I failed my insight check. So, the stone is not going to be able to do what you are hoping to do. Are you headed to the glyph?
Yes.
Right now we're tracking some enemies, but if we can get there, yes.
You notice too that Ash is he seems to wince the closer that you are to him. Like for most people, you can tell that there's like that social bubble space, and his seems to be double or 3 times that. So when he's come in for his interactions with handing you things, he does move back to the back edge of the cart. Is another piece of that. So just an interesting mannerism of a weird old man. You're going to need to get a different stone. And I think that Silas knows where one is at, and he should be able to help you once you get a little farther north into the ruins of Trist.
Do you know how I can better have communication with Silas? You knew he was.
Well, if you could get him out of that mandolin, that would be quite a task. But
It's not something that I think that's going to be happening anytime soon. I'm just saying I would like to be able to talk to him on more of a regular basis, or not have it cut off in our middle of our conversation.
I think that was for dramatic effect. No.
That,
Well, I think that you'll be able to communicate better with him as time goes on.
Great.
And he'll need to know where he is. Remember, the world has changed a lot in 3,000 years.
How do you know him if it's been 3,000 years?
How does he?
That's not what I asked.
That is what you asked.
No, I said, how do you know him? Not how does he know you?
There are powers outside of just the 5 of you, but they are exceedingly rare.
Old friends.
We were friends when I was
Friends?
very
3,000 years ago?
yes. He looks toward the mountains to your east, and seems a little bit alarmed. You need to be going. I need to be quick. You will need to get to the ruins of Trist. Silas will be able to, once you are there, Silas should be able to recognize where he is at. And I believe that he has a charged weavestone in his sanctum. You will need to get that before you go to the glyphs. And you don't have much time. The hordes are moving much faster than anticipated. But luck and fate are on your side. So, and he points, and there is a trail up the mountainside on that hill over there. And naturally, as you turn to look toward it and identify and see where that trail is, what's that?
We're both like, he's gonna be gone.
Slip on!
Well, bam, he's gone.
There is a rush of air that hits you, and you turn, and the carriage is not there, and there is another wave of dust storm that is kicked up. Go ahead and roll a Constitution check.
No.
All right. Let's hope for low numbers, low numbers, low numbers, low numbers, low numbers.
Well,
Okay,
what?
so anybody that rolled below a 17 or a 15, excuse me, go ahead and take 10. Anybody that rolled below a or above that takes 5.
It's 13 hit points now.
You're at 13 hit points now?
Yes.
Are you bloodied?
Close.
Half dead.
No.
It's only mostly dead.
One
right.
more. One more, and I would be.
What's a flesh wound?
I would say that knowing Krates, he would be likely to want to help and prepare for any coming battles. And so for
Emmer uses his staff of healing.
yep, 1 charge, 2 charge, 3 charge. So so you can take off in the order that the Constitution saves came up. Wait, we had 2 different Constitution. Why do we have 2 different Constitution saves?
Well, Cassie.
Oh, that
Billy,
was a strength
and me.
save. Sorry, that was the strength save. Got it.
Yeah.
So Cassie, go ahead and take back 4 hit points. Billy, take back 4 hit points, and Jenkins, take back 6.
Full health.
Why wouldn't it just go? The one who took the most damage gets the most hit points, and then the other ones who don't.
I don't
Makes
be
no
selfish.
sense.
Are you
Be selfish.
are you at above half now,
Yes,
but still close?
17 or 24 total.
He expends another charge for 5 hit points. He's like, I don't really know how many charges this has, and I know it can be dangerous. It feels like it would be dangerous to expend all of its charges.
Dude, Emmerich, you are my man. You get on Bardic Inspiration, Healing Word, anything you need from me moving forward.
All right. So,
All the nails.
Bunnies.
sorry, I'm thinking of. All right, so that was Ash Gilden. All right,
And we're off down the yellow brick road.
down the yellow brick road we go.
Oh, it is. I feel like I am, what's her name? Dorothy.
Don't worry,
Follow
I'll
the
play
yellow
the
brick road.
Praying
Follow
so
the yellow brick road.
hard.
Well, if he's brains, that means I'm the Tin Man.
All right. As we continue moving, go ahead and do a
Emmerich would be the
perception check,
The lion.
lion. The lion.
Do a perception check.
please.
Very perceptive.
23.
Perceptive to you.
I am not. How am I not perceptive? This is bullshit.
It's just the luck of those rolls.
Luck of the rolls.
Welcome to D&D, where the rolls don't always make sense.
You know what? That is true because I did kill a dire wolf with my crossbow.
Correct. Like I said, where they don't always make sense.
Flying in the air.
It's crossbow.
crossbow.
So on the ridge to the east, it almost seems like at first looks like a sunset, and that's Cassie. You're like, oh my gosh, look at the sun setting because it's getting dark. But Lar and Vask, you recognize it as a very large fire. So whether it is a forest fire or whether it is the bugs setting fire to the countryside. Yes, and then there is also a shape that you see that is a little concerning, and by little I mean very concerning. You see,
Of course, no full blown panic.
what's that?
And by a little concerning, I mean, of course, I mean full blown panic.
You're not you're not certain, but the wings of a rock. But it's fleeting, and so,
I want.
but you know that you have watched in the Eastern Isle they have ballistas that will often be used to try to there was a rock that was hunting near the cattle farms outside of the walled city isles, and a rock that was taking that on as a territory, and you watched one of them take 12 ballista arrows, which are, have bolts that are like small trees that are fired, and it was able to take 12 of them. Maybe a few of them were glancing blows, but still 12 of them, and it still was able to fly away. So hopefully it was just a trick of the eye, a swirl of the smoke that is gathering over there. But both of you have seen or heard stories of rocks, and hopefully that was not one of them. All right, you have now arrived in the Dying Lands.
Sweet.
Well, you've been in the Dying Lands, but you have now come to the ruins of Trist.
Cool.
You want to go to the diamonds? We can get the black long hair for some?
All right, so Vera, would I be leading too much if I said that? Have you been trying to contact Silas?
Yeah. You ever heard that Chrissy Wake Up song on TikTok?
Chrissy, wake up!
Silas, wake up! Pleading.
All right, we're going to need a less annoying jingle, child.
All right, well, it worked, didn't it? Tell me where it worked moving forward.
Is Ash still there?
No.
That is incredible.
How do you know him? I asked him. He's not sharing. Can you share?
What did he look like?
An old man.
Okay. Well, he has definitely grown up then, hasn't he? Oh.
3,000 years? How?
The world is full of mysteries. Well, it was when I was alive. It seems that some of those mysteries have somehow been able to survive. Ooh, that is very interesting.
Wait, what is?
Let me continue to. I do not like to be wrong, so I need to let that thought continue. But
Okay. Fine. Now
When
that you're awake, or at least talking to me, I don't know if you were sleeping. We are in the Dying Lands. Was that something that you were aware of 3,000 years ago?
what are the Dying Lands?
We're in a city called Trist.
Trist. You're in the city of Trist.
Oh.
The Jewel of the North? Well, this is fantastic.
Sure.
And
Call it a jewel.
You can, Silas. I know you can see where I am, right? When we're
I
Go ahead and
cannot
look around.
If this is the Jewel of the North, it was a bummer 3,000 years ago.
play the song.
Can they hear him anymore, or is it just
No, they cannot. It's just you.
Sorry, that was. Sorry.
No, it was just when Ash was there.
My bad.
But I would say, but you could be translating for him.
Well, I can, but
You can have your own private conversations too. So, all right.
we're just saying you can see now. We're right.
While you are playing, I should be able to see.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to continue to play a jingle.
All right. Do a performance check to see how well he's able to perceive.
She starts playing somewhere over the.
Herald of Meridian. They came after.
What is this place?
I
What?
told you.
What is this?
What
Oh my God. What has happened?
3,000 years.
3,000 years does not destroy a city this way. Not Trist. The walls were made of adamantium. This. What?
Does anything look recognizable to you? I know this can be a shock, but we have to be able to navigate through where we are going right now. Is there anything that still remains that you can recognize as we look around right now?
Move closer.
Enhance.
If
Okay.
that is.
Up we go.
That is the well.
I should be moving my character.
That is the well of tears.
What is the Well of Tears? Doesn't sound great.
It was just a place of. The beauty of this well is that it is so deep that you cannot hear the stone hit the ground that you toss in. And it was used as a place of mourning to be able to remove your sorrows and have them be taken away from you and never able to return.
Well, maybe there's some comfort knowing that
But there are bodies all
it's
around.
changed. This is still here.
There are bodies. What happened? Oh God. And the connection is lost, and there is just a flood of emotion that you feel of despair. He essentially has a sorry, your ghost in the machine. It just had a
So I can feel like all of his
shut-
sorrow and just pain.
and that he's essentially trying to shut it out, and in doing so, and time moves differently for him, so he could be just taking a moment, but you don't hear anything at this time.
So in his mind, he's just taking a breath, but it could be days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, and though you can do a perception check or an investigation check to kind of look around this area and try to understand what's going on.
What is happening? Sorry, my character sheet keeps just disappearing on me.
Did you see my perception check, Nick?
I did. It's very nice.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
I think you can roll into if you want to come up to the well and
I'm coming up.
Jamie said, might as well do it.
Ah.
My perception check was shit.
Can you see my stealth? Can you see my stealth checks?
No.
No.
Good. Excellent.
Well, with your perception checks, or you do see. I'm on GM later. Hold on one second. You do see just to your north, two of those creatures that have moved in the behind the bushes directly to your 1 o'clock.
I got one.
I immediately tell Vask and Vera, hey, we got something up here behind the bush.
Yeah, I see one.
All right. And at this time, the turn order was cleared. Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Click on my guy.
Wow. All right.
Did you see the ATF and the Des Moines Bomb Squad had to disarm a bomb north of Ankeny on the side of a road?
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Mm-hmm. In between here and Ankeny.
Where at,
All right,
Nick?
everybody's.
In between my house and Ankeny.
Wait, what the fuck?
Kind of bomb.
All right. First in the turn order is Glick number 1, or Grick, excuse me. Glick.
No.
All right. Let's see. What am I going to have? Let's first of all know what their movement speed is, because last time I was moving like, oh, interesting. All right.
Mm-hmm. What's this ring do?
All right. So that one is not able to move up close enough to attack, so it is going to hold back and hold its action of attacking anything that gets near to it. Vask, you're up next.
Yep. This isn't gridded out. But I'm all rage.
If it was, I probably would have had your guys' tokens be smaller. You guys are fucking huge.
Massive. All right. Calling out, I'll call out fire again.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
zoom in, Billy, and you can see the grid.
No, I just put on the grid. That's why you can see it.
Oh, okay. I was zooming when you did that.
Enhance.
Swing it away.
Yes.
All right.
Attacking recklessly
Okay.
and using Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
Advantage. Okay. And swinging it.
All right. A 19 does hit.
Okay, and that's going to add 10 extra damage to this. So 23.
23 with a satisfying crack and a sizzle. You immediately bloody the Grick, and it does not look happy. So those tentacles that are on its face, you actually slice through one of them and hit it in the beak, and the beak cracks and it reels backwards and lets out this hideous, like, I can't do it. But we all the clicking / screeching that happens at the same time.
Good.
All right. And any bonus actions or additional movement?
No. Can I swing again? Well,
No.
Great Weapon Master, I think I can I?
I think with the with the pommel, can't you? Or no, is that
Oh, no, I have to crit.
okay?
Okay. And I'm not at the point where I have 2 attacks yet, I don't believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It is now the
Hey, and rage damage.
rage damage.
Uh,
You son of a bitch. Okay.
Something. Okay, that's it. I'm sorry.
On a scale of 1 to 27, he's about a 2. All right. Second Grick is going to
Move.
is not happy with you.
Okay.
It's going to move up on you, and it is going to multi-attack.
Okay.
And it is going to make an attack with its tentacle. 17 hit.
It does.
And does a 8 hit.
It does not.
All right, so 11 slashing damage with the tentacles, half to 5.
Okay. Got it.
All right, and that is everything that it has. Oh, I had advantage on my stealth check that I did not take. I could have been more sneaky. Fuck. All right. Laura, you're up.
I'm gonna pop right here. I'm gonna hit this guy that Vask hit, and I'm going to use the rapier to do it. Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does not hit.
Then I am going to use a superiority die. I'm gonna roll for.
Go ahead. 2 or better.
Yep, I've got to roll a. Yep,
2 or better.
I'm looking for the. Yeah, I got to roll a d6. Is what I was gonna say. And I rolled a 6, so I hit you.
You did.
And then I will 9 piercing.
9 piercing with a satisfying stab through the beak. You feel like you hit something that is brain. Has that nice squishy sensation of stabbing into something vital, and it goes down.
Okay. And let's see. That's it for me. I'm gonna hold off. I don't want to use all my shit up before we get to somebody who's major.
Yep. All right. And next up we have Vera. Vera the crossbow slayer.
Yeah, she's feeling that shit right now. Well, feeling like she's just gonna go with the crossbow immediately. She feels confident. She's done it a million times now.
Or 4.
Fucking 19 hit.
A 19 does hit.
7 here.
7.
Vera is just killing it.
All right. And it immediately takes 7 points of damage.
All right. Bonus action. Lynn, I feel like, you may need this, but Vask always does really well with some bardic inspiration. And a little wink, shoulder shrug, and that's it. He knows by now that bardic.
It's disgusting. All right. So this Glick goes ahead and gurgles as it falls to the ground dead. Vask, you're up.
All right. I'm going to recklessly attack again. Great Weapon Master. Again.
What's the
So-
math on that?
18.
An 18 hits.
All right. Anticlimactic. Oh, plus 10.
16,
Plus 10.
Mhm.
So
18 points of
total.
damage.
It's dead.
It is not dead, but it ain't fucking happy.
It's got like 1 point or 2 point then.
I'm getting them real
It's
Again
close.
on a scale of 1 to 27, he's about a 2. All right. But he does get to retaliate. And he retaliates at the thing that keeps the hits coming. Goes ahead and multi-attacks. All right, with the tentacle,
Why is it not
a
showing
7
up?
does not hit, and so it does not get its beak attack.
Yeah, your stuff doesn't show up for us to see.
Yeah, now with the
Just so you
attack.
know. Just so you know. We believe you.
I didn't get hit. Let's just all be cool.
Yeah, I'm whisper rolling. I'm whisper rolling for some reason. So, yeah. No, it hits. It hits so hard. It doesn't. Can't even believe it.
If you guys don't believe me, I'll re-roll it.
Wait, 35 points of damage. How are you doing?
I'm just
All right,
fine.
Lar, you're up.
All right. Rapier. 19 hit.
19 hits.
8 piercing. He's
8
dead.
points of yes. So, like a well-oiled basketball team, we get the alley-oop and the slam dunks, and it turns out that that the assists are the playmakers, but the glory goes to the one that dunks. So, 2 Gricks down, and if you want to do a perception check with advantage to find out if there is any other hostiles in the area, or if you cannot
Yeah,
fast travel at this time.
I'm not very perceptive.
I haven't done, but I should be.
I'm gonna hit like a motherfucker.
Oh, great.
So, what now?
Perception
Oh, perception.
to see whether or not you can fast travel.
Mud crab.
All right. There's a little bit of a disagreement between Vask and Lar, but it turns out it was just a stick. There doesn't seem to be any hostiles in the area. If you want to, within a bubble of, try to keep it within your movement range, but you can kind of move around to be able to look, but kind of keep it in that, keep it within 30 to 40 meters of that bush there, just because of kind of looking around and
Bear's not very
getting a lay of the land.
You guys can't leave me.
Going towards this temple
Then
thing.
come over here with us.
Come on. No, I have
All right.
short legs.
Behind me, just both of you.
Next time, just pick me up and carry me. Damn it. Communication. It's key.
So this seems to be the largest temple. There are some things that you're. Go ahead and let's do a history check.
Oh, this should be banger. Oh my god! I
Nice,
have
Billy.
a crit is a 19 for me on that.
A
That should
crit
be-
is a 19.
That is awesome. All right, so Billy, tell me about Vask's family.
Okay. His dad was a sailor. Taught him how to sail, and his mom was a shield maiden for Krega and her mother. She taught him how to fight.
Okay, and then you're using past tense. Are they both dead?
Nope. We're
So
not doing
what?
the deal on this one. I mean, the bugs might have killed them all. I don't know, but they're at home.
Okay, so they're
They're not a shield maiden and a sailor anymore.
right. So what do they do now?
They will go
Oh yeah, they're still rolling it up.
fighting.
So,
Fighting. Well,
How old are you?
He's in his early 30s.
Okay, so mom's probably 50s at the.
and this is a harsh world, but they are a hardy people, and so I would there's the good possibility that some of your confidence in what you say and how you perceive the world comes from your father who would tell stories of places that he's been and things that he's heard. He would collect stories and tell them to you and teach you about the wisdom of the world. And he talked about some individuals that he escorted from the Eastern Isles. And so, Jenkins, you also know a piece of this. There is a group of scholars. They go by different names: Keepers of the Lore, the Ever Watchful Eyes, the Guardians of the Tomes. It doesn't matter, but they wear black robes, and they have a medallion that they wear of gold around their neck that has that symbol. It doesn't say Amsterdam over the top, though. But Jenkins, you know of that group. They often operate bookshops, or they operate in places that they're fucking lore nerds, right? They study the ancient world, and they like to. They're still not they're nerds and geeks, so they're not always the most adventurous types that would go and actually ever venture outside of the city walls, but they like to get in places and look through devices. And your father actually had one, Vask, a device that was capable of looking long distances as if they were closer up. He lost it during a storm, but would tell you about this magical device that was able to see long distances. But they would use these telescopes in order to try to study ruins and things like that. And these guys that were being escorted by your father to as close to the dying lands as possible, were trying to get eyes on the ruins of Trist. And sorry, did I start playing the music again?
No.
I don't hear it.
Am I the only one hearing music?
Yep.
That's a stroke.
If you're
That
playing,
is a possible
Roll
stroke.
20, but I have Roll20 muted, and I think Billy does too.
So
All
do
right.
Yeah, so it's Roll20 then.
Okay, there we go. All right, so so you have some knowledge of when he said the jewel, when if Vera communicated anything about, or you know that this is what was called the Jewel of the North, a ancient city of Trist. And it also reminds you, as you think about it, the dream that you had and this is where the seat of power once was for all of Hafathwa. And the last great king of the north. Does anybody remember his name?
I thought it was Gildan.
Nope.
Okay.
I do not. I would say Aragon.
That is not correct. His name
Is Robert
was no. Hold on one second.
Yes. James, I almost said that too.
Let my brain work here.
also formerly known as Meatloaf.
Kilborn. That's our Turner Kilborn, the last king before the. So this was the palace of Turnerath Kilborn and the ancient kings. Now, when your dad talked about this stuff, Billy, you noticed that everybody else thought that he was fucking sold a bill of goods. But as you are looking around at this, you see the statues and you see the craftsmanship of even with it being in ruins, you can imagine how incredibly magnificent this place was before whatever it is that destroyed the city. The ability to even imagine what kind of force it would have taken to take down some of these walls, and the steel armor of the fallen that is around you, even though it's been 3,000 years and it's somewhat petrified in that black ashen dust that is everywhere. You can tell that this was a great people, and based on the statues that you and your people have descended from those individuals, and your father was right and everybody else was wrong.
Can suck it.
Suck it, Trebek.
Vera,
That's for you.
Yes.
remember that I told you that my sanctum was beneath a great palace.
Vaguely.
This is that palace. There will be, though, dangers, because what we were working with was the ability to preserve a connection to the weave that was more stable than the rifts that opened and closed across this land. One of those steady connections to the magic weave is down in the pits of these ruins, and I don't know what you're going to encounter down there.
And you believe after 3,000 years, this has been preserved? I need to know that if I am going to ask the party that I'm with to trust me enough to go down there if we don't know what we're going to encounter.
There were in my time creatures that lived for thousands of years, and there were creatures that never died. They were sustained by the power of the weave. maybe you'll go down there and there will just be giant spiders.
Well, that's nothing. That's
Ugh.
still not great. Not great for any. No.
Snakes. Why
I
don't
guess if that's what we're hoping for as the best.
I would very much hope that the only thing that you encounter down there are giant spiders. The man with the axe will make quick work of them.
What would be down there? Something that is essential. What you have has been preserved, so we can find it. It's not gone. Am I gonna make a trek down past, hopefully only giant spiders, to find nothing?
The object that you'll be looking for puts off a light that would not easily be obscured or concealed.
Okay.
So you will be looking for an object similar to the stone that was taken from the totem, but much more intense.
Okay.
You don't have
Will
to
you
travel
be
down
able
there.
to navigate us? Or are you going to disappear on me again? Can you give me some direction now before we lose connection again? Or do we have to try to blindly find this until we see the light?
I will be able to give you direction as long as you are able to play. But as long as you are able to play, you will be attracting what is ever down there.
All right, I'm going to communicate to everybody else what has just happened so we can make a decision as a team. Do I play for X amount of time? What do we want to do?
Can you risk being okay? So
No, we don't want to do that. I'm just letting everybody know that I'm just going to reiterate what I have been told by Silas here. To the
okay,
team.
go ahead.
Just pretend I did that.
And we heard you.
Take time here, okay?
All right. So
And so Vera's going to ask. I can't make this decision on my own, but I truly believe what he's telling me is true.
We're here for a reason.
Okay.
I'm in.
all right. So
Just so we know, we are going in mostly blind because if I play in order to speak to him for a guide, we will be possibly attracting anything that is down there to us.
Can you give us any instructions once we're in there before we get there?
Yes, we can talk. I will be in as much communication as I can until it is.
No, what I mean is that could he just try to tell us how to navigate through before we go in and are attracting these beasts and not have you play unless we absolutely have to?
Right. So you want me to ask him if we go right, turn left, turn right, down 3 doors, turn left, turn right, up 4 doors.
It's been 3,000
3,000 years. He can help see if I'm playing and he's in contact with me, but I'm pretty sure he's not gonna be able to be like, yeah, it's just over the left, down, you go to the second door on the left, down the stairs, spiraled over into that little secret doorway. We can ask.
It's like the old man who was flying into Frankfurt Airport, and they were asking him, "Have you been here before?" He said, "Yes, back in 1944, but it looked a lot different, and all the lights were off."
Right? So it'll help us as much as we think, but I can ask him where to start in a general direction. I believe he may be able to help us out with, hopefully.
Okay.
Playing and asking.
All right, it is 10:44. Do you want to continue playing until you get to the entrance of the dungeon and then stop there?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
That's
All right,
perfect.
so because there's a little bit of exploring that needs to happen. Vera, in order to be able to help you find the entrance to my sanctum, You would need to be able to play now. Are you safe enough to be able to play now without attracting attention?
I'm gonna ask everybody else.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
Fan out and see if make sure that does anyone know if we've been
All right, so
followed?
you will need to do a performance check of 12 or better, and if you do 18 or better, you're going to attract attention.
Damn.
Fuck's sake.
Got to get right in that sweet spot.
All right, everybody, deep breaths.
Don't worry, you have all the chances in the world.
Nope.
All right. I can't really see anything. Can you play better?
Play better.
He's saying click again.
You gotta be kidding me.
Still, it's more the same.
Keep singing.
You're getting worse. You're getting worse.
I know my fingers are
Try
starting
to
to
play.
hurt. Hold
You
on,
can
give
play.
me a second.
You can play a little bit louder. It's fine. You're not. Ah, I see it. This this is
Everybody try.
there.
I can see clearly now.
And you did roll an 18. I was really hoping you'd roll an 18 or higher. It was going to be great.
I really
super
thought
happy.
it was.
I'm super
I
happy.
rolled a 19. Perfectly right under.
Go there. That is the statue of Kilborn Senior. Yes. This would have been the main hall. It was so splendid back in its day. And now it is just rubble and ash. But the magic has still preserved the throne. Can you see the arbiter's table and the seat of the king? It would be up the stairs.
Huh?
Oh, the stairs up there to the north.
Yes, that is right. Go ahead and do a perception check.
Well done,
Cassie, while you're moving through and you're looking around for where this throne room is, here you notice that although most of the weapons are all broken and tarnished with 3,000 years of wear, there are 2 items on that table that are not.
Well,
Chair.
check them out.
Yeah. I'll go with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
So right here, nope, right here.
I was gonna say you're
Yeah,
talking about these ones.
Only that way. But I
All
didn't
right,
see
you gathered around him. So these items appear to be magical in nature, which is why they've been preserved the way that they have. You'll be able to identify items of magic that are.
Get my book out.
It would take a while for book reading, but I do know somebody that would be interested in helping to identify items or be interested
Can I
in.
play again?
What's that?
I think he means Emmerich.
Zach, what?
I think he means
Emmerich?
Emmerich.
Well, is he with us?
Henrik. Ash Gilden is not with you. He took
said
off.
Emmerich.
Emmerich, yes, Emmerich would probably could be interested in it. It depends on what the nature of these items are, but nobody's been really up in this area. It seems like it. Yep. So the thing is, you can carry them with you. They're
Yeah.
like
Put it in
maybe.
my satchel.
So
Really?
as you're putting them into the satchel, if you haven't already guessed, or that it
bag
wasn't
of
something
holding.
that Yes,
What did you just put
and they fit in. And what's great, Cassie, is that it doesn't increase in weight at all.
All right.
Nice.
What's up? It looks so good on me too.
inside?
But it
Aesthetic. Awesome.
it does seem to hit something on the way in, but that's something to explore later. So you continue up to the if you continue up to the table that you were headed toward before.
Head up to the table, good.
Heading up. Sorry, I got caught up
What?
recording you guys.
Okay, let's not do multitasking right now, okay? Thank you.
Well, that's new.
What is that? What do you mean that's new?
The entrance to my sanctum was directly next to the king's throne chair, and there seems to be a locked door.
Oh, yes.
So
What block is this?
go ahead and do an investigation check.
About to be a broken one.
Investigation check.
All right.
I get one, but like, can you do one?
We all got to do one.
We're all
So-
there.
So like the weapons that you found, this does not seem to have the wear of 3,000 years on it. It's
Okay.
it seems to be so there's an inference made of that it is magical in its property, that it has been able to be preserved. In investigating the
And it's just- yeah, oh, maybe.
the markings on it,
Hmm?
Maybe.
it says
Okay.
it says quite ironically in a language that most people in this area would not recognize, but it is a code that halflings will use in order to keep something safe, right? Just a small bit of encryption on the and in the halfling language. So, and combined with Dwarven, just to throw people off. So you're going to need to do an investigation check, and you alone, to try to understand what it says.
I speak in right Dwarven, just so you know.
You do? Okay, you can go
I
ahead and
do.
do it too. But you won't be able. But it'll be a disadvantage for you though, because you can't. You don't know halfling.
I do not.
Yes, investigation.
Investigation.
Oh, I did really well. My first one, I'm 3 now. Is it like the same one from that? When I found that arc, and it kind of was like a musical. And I was trying to figure that out. I can play that again.
You can do a performance check for being able to have outstanding. Yes, he is able to see quite clearly. I do know what that says. Now, for both
Above an 18?
for both Vask and Lan, as she was playing, you're like, oh wow, that is really good. It's also very, very loud.
Loud.
And that's what we'll pick up
Good game.
next time.
This is good. This is a really good one.
I enjoyed it.
All right, we're back on track.
Hooray.
Did that feel a little bit more free with your action too? Thank you for calling me out when I made certain times where I was like, "Oh, and is that what I'm doing?"
No, it's great, man.
No,
Really
this
liked
was so much
That's
fun.
Really liked it.
This was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
All right.
We got to fight.
it.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
the inscription.
Kill the dire wolf.
Now there will be some visitors coming. but you are able to, in the week that we have until next session, able to discuss what the king has the key means.
Okay.
All right.
It's in the
That's
statue,
probably
y'all.
wrong.
It's in the statue. It's in the throne. Let me break them both.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to bed.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Night.
All right. Good night.
Good night, guys.
You bet.